Alright, what is up everybody? It's your boy, Croissant. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How are y'all? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Good. It's good to know. I'm glad y'all doing good. And if you're not, I'm glad you're here. Hopefully I can make it better. Today we're gonna be talking about something interesting, guys. Remember when video games used to just cost, 50, 60 bucks? And then you buy the game, you take it home, you put it in the game, in the console, and it works. And it's the whole game, and that's it. But then, as the years went by of selling 50, $60 games like a boring company, some companies said, we're not making enough money.
But sir, we have plenty of money, sir. No. I want more money.
And they said it like Mr. Krabs. They were like, money. And then the loot box was born. Today, guys, we're talking about Valve and their new loot box system they've implemented in Counter-Strike 2. Let's get into it today, guys. Okay, loot boxes have been around for a while, and honestly, looking into it, it's pretty interesting. In multiple countries, loot boxes have been branded as illegal, not in the US. And for anybody that is not familiar with what a loot box is in a video game, it is when a player, consumer, whatever, spends an in-game currency, which could be from playing the game or purchasing currency through the game, and using that currency to buy what's called a loot box, which is just a RNG, random number generator, running a list of items. And there are percent chances, obviously, of you getting certain items, and the rarest of the rare items are going to be extremely difficult to get, right? We're talking tenths, hundredths, thousandths of a percent in some video games. And no one has done loot boxes better than Counter-Strike, but they've, a lot of companies have gotten in some hot water legally over loot boxes and just the gambling aspect, because as we get more and more technologically savvy and government bodies start to see how addicting and destructive gambling is in video games and just in real life, outside of video games too, gambling is just destructive. It's fun, in certain aspects, in certain amounts, but it is easily abusable and becomes addicting just like any other drug. And so Counter-Strike has implemented a new way to work around some of these laws, banning that sort of that gambling loot box system. Their new system is called the Genesis Terminal System, and let's get into what it's all about. Starting on September 16th, once a week via the Genesis Uplink Terminal in Counter-Strike 2, right? You're gonna get a loot box, and all the loot boxes that you're gonna get, guys, have skins in them. Now, the first try, right, it could be any skin, some crappy skin, it could be a really good skin, but you have 2 more tries after that to re-roll what is in that loot box. And by re-rolling the loot box, you forego what was in the previous loot box. So let's run it through, right? First loot box I open, it's a $1 skin. It's not that good. I don't really want it. I'm going to re-roll the skin. It's a trash knife skin, $5 skin. I don't want that. I'm going to re-roll. Now I hit the big one. I hit the 69, 420 marijuana flower skin, and it's $1,600. Now, the reason I'm attaching prices to these skins in the loot boxes, is because you don't necessarily put in currency, in-game currency, to roll these loot boxes. It just gives you the opportunity to purchase it at the value that is set by Valve. So I roll for the $1 skin. I pay $1. I can get that skin. I don't want that skin. I re-roll. It's a $5 knife skin. Okay, I'll take it. You pay $5 to get that skin. You say, nah, screw that knife skin. I'm re-rolling. You get the $1,600 knife skin. One, you're going to be like, holy crap, I just pulled a super rare item. but you've only had the opportunity, you've only unlocked the opportunity to purchase that thing. $1,600. Some of these microtransactions. When does it become a macro transaction, bro? $1,600? That's a PC build. And so for $1,600, you buy the skin, and some people be like, "Well, just don't buy the skin." There's also going to be a lot of people, guys, that open up these $1,600 skins and purchase it just for the sake because it's that rare that you even had the ability to purchase that. And they're going to purchase it because there's also player-to-player trading and bartering in Counter-Strike 2, and on other websites. I'm sure people do it outside of the game. So, but not necessarily at a profit. So it's a double-edged sword, right? Like, you're getting the addicting gambling aspects of a loot box in re-rolling with this new initiative that they're rolling out, right? You go, "Oh my god, I can't believe I got this $1,600 skin." But then you actually have to pay $1,600 to get it. And trust me, some people, to get some of these skins, I'm sure, in an old format where you had to pay money for currency and just keep re-rolling loot box, keep re-rolling a loot box until you get that $1,600 skin, I'm sure they've spent even more than that just on the attempt to get a skin of that value. You know, so it's just shifting around the addicting gambling aspects of the loot box without actually being illegal. So it's interesting. I mean, like, me personally, I don't play Counter-Strike 2. I think any gambling in any respect is bad. But I mean, like, people play, gacha games. I play, like, Dragon Ball Legends. I put money into that game, But it's, like, just about how crazy some of these games get with microtransactions. And it's, like, something that I have to cover because it's, like, I'm not buying a $1,600 skin in Dragon Ball Legends, and I'm not spending $1,600 just trying to re-roll for a new character. That's just like, I mean, I'm not rich and I'm not poor, but $1,600 on a skin is a waste of freaking money. And I feel like the majority of people in America would agree with that factor, would agree with that statement. So it's interesting, guys. I really want to know what you guys think. There was also something else. Oh yeah, last thing. So they actually came out in the update for Counter-Strike 2 and said customers in Belgium, Netherlands, and France can now unseal their sealed Genesis terminal items. So, stating basically that they've got a workaround for these countries' laws, making it illegal for loot boxes, and they've just kind of worked around it. I just want to know if you're a Counter-Strike 2 player, if you kind of roll for these loot boxes. Let me know how you feel. Let me know if you like the old system. If you're not even from the US, tell me what you think, how things work in your country too for the game if you're playing it. And that's about it, guys. I got some more videos to record, but that's it for this video. Stay tuned. Like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate it. I love y'all, and I will see y'all soon. Peace.